Today we're going to be talking about the August Smart Lock and how I think it's kind of a disaster. During the day, I'm head of product for a tech company, so I spend most of my time thinking about how people interact with products, what features make them better, and how they can actually change people's lives. Now, I thought it'd be kind of interesting to apply those same techniques to existing products that are on the market in home automation and electronics. Today we're reviewing the August Smart Lock, which I've had in my house for several months. I have one of these on the front door, and I also have one in the back on the garage. Now, when I think about a smart lock, I want something that replaces the need for me to have keys in my pocket. I also don't really want to sit there and fumble with an app when I need to lock and unlock the door. It should almost be like magic. And I don't think we're quite there yet. With the August Smart Lock, it does have some cool features. First of all, it's really easy to install. If you have a deadbolt, you simply remove the back piece of it and put this box over it. It has a couple adapters depending on the type of door and the type of door lock you have. And then you place this sensor that allows the door to tell if it's open or closed. You configure everything through the app, and it's a pretty seamless setup. From there, you can set the door to automatically unlock and lock when you come up to the house or when you leave. So for our garage, for example, we have it set up so it reads the GPS signal from my phone, it knows when I'm home, and it automatically unlocks the door for us. That's super convenient. Now, when we close the door, after 1 minute, it automatically locks the door as well. That's kind of getting to that level of magic that we were talking about. But that's where it starts to fall short after that. We have 2 door locks, but in the app you can only set up 1 door lock per household to be auto locking and auto unlocking. Now that means if we come home through the front of the house, we have to pull out the app, go through and find the front door, and manually press unlock for the front door to be unlocked. Not a very seamless process. Oftentimes what ends up happening is I leave through the back of the house. My wife ends up coming home and she texts me, hey, you forgot to lock the front door again. That wouldn't happen if I could set both of them to automatically lock, but you can't. By default, when you buy one of these, it only works via Bluetooth. If you want the ability to lock and unlock your door from the internet or remotely, you have to buy another $50 or $60 hub called a Connect Hub. Now that's not a huge deal, but I already have a bunch of smart products in my house, and I have hubs everywhere. I have 4 Google routers, I have 2 Hue hubs, I have a Blink hub, and now I have a Connect Hub. And on top of that, 1 Connect Hub is not enough to connect the entire home. In fact, if you have more than 1 lock, you have to have more than 1 Connect Hub. The Connect Hubs, since it's Bluetooth, have to be within just a few feet of the door lock itself. In my case, I happen to have an outlet by my front door, but if you don't, you might be out of luck. Now this means, because I didn't want to spend $60 on 2 of them, only my front door is able to be remotely unlocked and locked. I think the thing that bothers me is the inability to configure the app the way I would want to use it. I have multiple doors in my house, as most people do, and so I would expect them to set it up to where you could configure it for multiple door locks to have that same auto locking and auto unlocking functionality. And I would hope they would make it a little bit easier to set up these hubs so that you don't have to have hubs plugged in all over your home in order to get a smart lock system set up. Hopefully someone from August is listening to this, and they'll make these product improvements incrementally over time. This does have firmware updates, so I'm optimistic that in the future they might be able to send out an update that addresses some of these problems. With that said, if you've used another type of smart lock and you've had a better experience, maybe it's more seamless, maybe it has a better aesthetic, leave it in the comments below. I'd love to check it out. Maybe I'll buy one and do a review on that in the future. Thanks, guys.